Jacob Walse-Dominguez is an immigrant living in the Bay Area. He mostly works with poetry and the homeless youth of San Francisco. He writes about issues of LGBT rights, as well as income and housing inequality. He lives with his husband and their imaginary dog.
Guys, am I clear? It feels far, so. I didn't time this, so just like wave with me. Thank you. I'm gonna be reading 3 poems. They've never been workshopped. Nobody's seen them before, and I have this thing where, I just always want to read something that I feel is polished, and I'm kind of breaking from that. So. Anyway, the first poem starts with a quote that you can find along the Embarcadero. Blue sky, you are my only witness, Roberto Torres. Number 1. On the streets, in the cafes, in restaurants, in grocery stores, in schools, in buses, in trains, in gyms, in our cars, inside our own homes, in the television, in the internet, in the knocks on the door, in here, America, we are not safe. We are not seen. Number 2. It's interesting to note what the default does when they think no one is watching, when they think no one else will make them accountable. Number 3. I am talking about race and discrimination to my white boyfriend as the waiter sees the empty plates. He walks over with the check and scrutinizes my eyes, my face, then my boyfriend's, heaves a sigh of relief, turns slightly away from me and hands him the check. The table we are in is hidden away just right. There are enough people and conversation to render this moment invisible. Number 4, my friend, born with an American citizenship and passport in her hands, tells me how it is likely, behind closed office doors, the interviewer will casually ask, "So, are you legally an American citizen?" 5. There's a string of deaths on the news. Colored men and women shot in their streets, shot in their cars, assaulted in their cars, grabbed from out of their cars, into patrol cars, into jail cells, all dead, all gone. It always happens when it seems that no one is watching, just the white police officer and the person as good as dead. Number 6. I am walking out of a Walgreens just outside my apartment, and the streets are fairly empty for a Saturday evening. There's only me and a woman, white, carrying her own bag, walking towards me, looking me in the eye, says something about the shape of my eye and how angry she was that I was there. There was no one else there. There was only fear. 7. I am sitting in a bar, trying to write a poem about these things at 2 in the afternoon when I look up and realize that everyone except me is American white. Is this what it feels like to be erased? 8. My white boyfriend's parents are visiting for the week. In the safety and comfort of our apartment, his mother casually talks about how maybe I am with him for his money, for his status, for his... Immediately I remember how once white Greeks wrote down the word Filipinesa and said it meant servant, below them and their whiteness, below them and their currency. The brown of my skin as target marker became clearer to me that moment. Inside my own roof, even here, America, I am not safe. Number 8. Think of all the bodies, different shades of yellow, brown and black, at the mercy of the white clouds, the blue sky. The second one is titled Silicon Valley Yuppies. Silicon Valley Yuppies would rather Netflix and chill, have a fancy French dinner at the 3-star Michelin restaurant, play beer pong, say things like single origin pour over as they sip their coffees, talk about artisanal coffee, think about craft beer, talk about acidity, go to hipster stores, buy infinity scarves, wear shirts and sweaters with their big university logos, Stanford, Northwestern, UC Berkeley, UC Irvine, University of Washington, Carnegie Mellon, wear hoodies with their tech company logos, wear shirts with their tech company logos, talk about the clothes they got from their tech company, all of the emblazoned logos, look at the snazziest new bicycle gear, go bicycling down the streets and ignore stop signs, Flip pedestrians and cars the bird when everyone else gets mad at them. Go long distance bicycling. Go do yoga. Go do mindfulness-based stress reduction classes. Go get their Zen on. Go rock climbing. Show off their rock climbing. Fist bump their bros. Schedule 3 dates in one night. Swipe endlessly on Tinder. Tap endlessly on Grindr. Plan trips to South America or Asia. Talk endlessly about their old trips to Europe. Earn vacation days for a vacation in the south of France. Go to wine country. Go to Burning Man. Party in the Castro or Soma. Throw a party at home and get Google's big boss to show up. Throw a party at home and hope some big tech person shows up. Chat up venture capitalists for networking. Chat up dates, but they're actually networking. Only pick dates within their income bracket. Check their stocks on Charles Schwab in their iPhones. Talk about unicorns. Talk big money. Speed past crossing pedestrians in their growling cars. Occupy all available seating in cafes with their laptops. Groan when there's no Wi-Fi. Walk around the mission in tank tops or Lululemons. Bitch about the mission in tank tops or Lululemons. Scowl at human poop on the sidewalk. Scowl at homeless people. Look away from the homeless people. Talk about effective altruism. Talk about the lazy activists. Say they aren't the villains. Snatch the cheapest housing possible while making thousands more. Tell native residents of their neighborhoods to fuck off because if they can't pay to live here anymore, get out. Believe that throwing money at things will always make things work. Believe that they will save the world. All it takes is some money and programming and math. Believe that we don't need to fight for anything. Believe that they worked hard for what they have and that it's enough. Believe that we aren't all working hard enough to survive. Not be bothered to show up at community meetings or city hall because all the activists just villainize them. Not be bothered to do something when we're asking them to take a stand and help us make more homes. Not rock the boat with their coworkers, especially not over the free company lunch. Say they're liberal but never hire more than 1 or 2 black people. Say they're liberal because they have so many Asians. Talk about change while glued to their laptops. Pray to Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. Don't ask questions about Zuckerberg or Elon Musk. Don't ask questions about Silicon Valley. Keep telling themselves they deserve this. Keep looking away. Keep looking away. Keep looking away.
Okay. So like 5 minutes if you want.
Okay, yeah. I have one more. It's about a recent political crisis that's international. So the title is Habibi. 1. The ocean cuts itself in half, over and over, searching for the bodies it remembers swallowing. It swears that it never meant to lose them, only catch them, the people falling from the sky into its quiet heart. If you lay your head down over the waves and listen, you will hear it, pitter-patter in a long song, swoosh, swoosh. It never meant to hide anything, only that it was so full of breadth, too much of it, too. And how could you blame them, rough-skinned brown gods pushing against the tide and heaving wives and sons and daughters, small trinkets, cell phones, tiny memorials, passports, lock of hair, headscarf, child's scarf, the apologetic gesture of kissing index finger from forehead to lip over and over again, see the 2 sides coming, cups, runneth over, 2 kinds of seas to drown in, if only to stop seeing red. We swim away from the blazing sunsets towards the bluer skies, land, ahead. 3. Beloved, the Swan Dives. Please remember the Swan Dives. We have not come here to talk to you about diving in with us, only that you save the bodies that can no longer breathe. You have crawled up our seas for so long. Why is it so hard to lift us out of it? Haven't you visited enough? This time, we visit you and you have set us a feast of milk and mutton. Even as we have eaten of it, even as we have accepted, we do not try to get even, but our kisses, like swans, wanting only affection. Even then you have driven us away. 4. The ocean says, I have wept long and hard enough. I have claimed too many bodies as my own that I have to spit them out. I never meant to take anybody, only to come when I am called to. And didn't you all call? I try to save too many of you from misery. Quick, away from the scalding red fires, into my deep blue hum. Thank you.